Hello and welcome everyone. This is Sido for TeamBasPoker, and today we are going to show you how to master the range research feature from hand to node. So this is a very common topic that we got a lot asked in our Discord, YouTube, etc. Like how to use it, what is a range research, or where all those population tendencies analysis comes from, etc., etc. So this is why we decided to produce a mini video pack where we'll guide you through range research, how to use it, all the features that you can find into that, and also how to find and maximize your win rate depending on population tendencies. So today we are going to introduce you to range research first. Then we'll show you the key features of it. And I will show you how to analyze groups of regulars and recreational using easy and advanced filters. I will show you the custom report stats in HunterNode 3, setting up the range research report, so how to set your first range research report. And then I will show you a very advanced technique, which is the expression strings. I think it's very powerful and one of the most important feature that we can use in range research, and in my opinion, way underused from a lot of players. We will go to also a new feature that I like to call a weapon on HunterNode 4 using the expression strings, and we'll finish with some practice, so doing some range research and some population tendencies. All right, so let's start. What is range research? So a lot of players ask this in Discord, in YouTube. This is an advanced tool that you can find either if you are using HunterNode 3 or HunterNode 4. HunterNode 4 for the moment is free, so you can use it completely free and practice it. That help us to analyze population tendencies. So we want to find how recreational are c-betting, how they are falling to c-bets, how they are doing this, how they are doing that. We can do this through range research. Why this is important? Because it can help you figure out, like, for example, you watch a video pack of us that is, for example, Squeeze the Fish Like a Lemon, or art series, or whatever series, where we did use a lot of range research, and you want to see if it's possible to use those kind of exploits on your pool and against the players that you are playing every day. So is this working? Isn't working? This is how you can do it. You can do it through range research. So you will find how players are playing to make your decision very easy and very making a lot of EV out of them. So, for example, how to play against players that are not fall into c bets a lot. So, like the sticky regulars, we can use the expression string. So we will see this later on. How those players, like how to compile all the stats from the players that are falling, for example, under 40%, under 30% to our c-bets, and how to adapt against them, how they are continuing on the turn, how they fall to turn c-bets, how they check raise, etc., etc. So all those kind of things we want to know. You can find them through range research, and this is why it's very important and very powerful to improve your win rate. So here you have on the left hand side a little screenshot of the range research from the HunterNode 3 version, and on the right hand side from the HunterNode 4 version. I will show you how to find them and how to use them in both versions in a moment. So key features of the range research. So here, this is a screenshot from HunterNode 4. On the right hand side, we have the number of hands. So this is the basic strategy to use or to find like how players unknown players are playing, or how regular. So you can put here 0 to 99, or you can know how players are recreational or unknown players are playing, or you can put, for example, 1000 hands plus to find the how the regulars are playing. The game type here is very, very important, because if you are having multiple game types, so for example, like game types for PokerStars, game type for Winamax, game type for iPoker, like different game types, you need to pick the right game type to get the right stats. Because sometimes I got questions from players. I did my range research and it shows 0 stats. Like here, for example, if I'm having a database that where I'm having my hands played on Winamax, and then I picked the game type that is on PokerStars, of course it will show nothing, because this is a game type that is filtering the players only on PokerStars. So you need to pick the right game type here to find out which like which one you are using and which one you are going to analyze. Then we have the marker here. If you are marking hands like on your HUDs at the tables, you are having the possibility to mark XY player and put some colors. So you can, for example, if you are marking aggressive recreational, or you are marking sticky regulars with a marker on hand to node, you can just pick this one here and it will analyze all the players with this marker and this color you are using. The fish reg tag, you can pick it here if you are using some specific filters, how to find a recreational, how to find a regular. But if you are just using the standard number of hands, like it's actually the same as in here. So this is why I didn't circulate. And then you have the aliases. So the alias is a feature from hand to node where you can create an alias and add manually. Like in hand to node 4, we have a new feature. I will show it to you later on, but you can just create an alias and start adding to it multiple players. So if you are doing this, you can pick the alias, or like, for example, yourself, if you have like you are playing on PokerStars, you are playing on Winamax, you are playing on this, on this, on this, and you want to combine all your aliases and see how you are playing overall. So if you are not changing your gameplay, or like you want to know how you are playing on the river or on a big sample, you can use this and it will show you your stats. And lately, last is the expression. So this is the expression string. Was called expression string on hand to node 3. Now it's just expression. This is the advanced feature that we will cover later on, and also we can use it to parameter our range research. All right, so here, group analysis of regulars and recreational. So how to find the recreational or the unknowns? Easy one is to use the hand number, as we just seen. So we can put in 0 to 99. This will compile all the players that we did played against that are having less of 99. You can use 69, you can use 50, you can use 150, you can use 200, depending on the pool you are playing. If like you play like the regulars, for example, there are some pools that there is just few regulars, and all the regulars you will have, for example, 1000 hands plus, and everyone under 1000 is just a recreational, because on those kind of small pools you will have recreational that are coming back all the time. Or like, even for example, when you reach the high stacks, you will have few players for your regulars and still some recreational that are just coming back, and therefore you can use, for example, 0 to 300, 400 for recreational, but generally I recommend 0 to 99. This way you know how to play against unknown recreational, unknown player, their stats overall, etc. For a very accurate stat about recreationals, so that we are knowing it's 100% recreational, we are going to use the expression string. We'll get into that later on. So we'll do this with the practice. I will show you, for example, like how we know that this is a recreational. So he's donk betting, he's limping the button, he's doing this, he's doing that. We will use the expression string that can capture only the players that are having donk bets, that are having limps from the button, and then we'll be sure that all the players shown in our range research are actually 100% recreational. So this is also a possibility. This is regulars. We can use the number of hands as well. So 300 plus, 500 plus, 1000 plus, depending on the sample, the database you are using. This is also not the easiest way, the fastest way to do it if you are not having markers, specific fish rag filters or aliases. So if you don't have them, you can use just the hands, again, depending on the sample you are having on your database. And then you can put 300 plus, 500 plus, 1000 plus. And also, like, you need to limit it, because sometimes the range research, if you put endless and you are having, for example, multiple players, it might catch your stats as well. So if you are playing on another room where you are having, for example, just 20k hands, so you better limit this this number to, for example, 15k, 18k. Like, you can look on the list of the players, and then you will see which number of hands, like the most regular is having. So for example, if the regular that you are playing the most is having 8k, you can limit it to 10k. If you are playing a lot of regulars, you are having 20k on a regular, you limit it to 20k, etc., etc. On the right hand side, we have the second option is the marker. So the marker, as explained in the slide before, we are playing regulars, we are tagging them. So this is a reg, this is a reg, this is a reg. We tag them as a regular with the blue color, for example, and then we use it to like, don't use two. So if you are having the marker and you know that this is marking the regulars, you can remove it, because then maybe this regular is having 200 hands on a new database, or having, for example, if you limit it to 8k, he's having 10k, etc., etc. So you don't need to put the number of hands or another filter. You just need to put one filter. Of course, you can combine them if you want to use two, but one is enough. So as soon as you are having players marked with a color marker, you can use it here, and it will show you all the players that are within this color marker. Third is fish rag. So again, when you are setting up your game type, you can set up who is fish, who is rag, depending on stats or depending on the number of the hands. So if it's the number of the hands, we can use just this one. On spin, like, the stats that are given are actually limited. So this is why it's hard for spin and go players to use those stats to figure out who's reg, who's recreational, and have it accurate. So we basically use just the number of the hands. But if you are playing cash games, if you are playing MTTs, you can actually use the VPIP, the PFR, etc. stats to set up the fish and the regular. And the fourth option is the aliases, also very, very good option. And I think it's easy, because like, you can just go through the list of the players you are having. And if you want to have, for example, like, you are playing high stacks, so you are playing 250s, you know that this is the reg, this is the reg. So you can put it as 250s regulars. Like here, you can see that I did put my filters 100 Winamax reg. So those are the regs that I know that 100% are regulars. They are playing the hundreds as full-time regulars, because like, we can have like regular that are just shooting the hundreds. He's playing 50s, for example, or like some regulars that are testing the pool, or like trying to find empty pools that are playing 25s, 50s, 100s, and they might jump in here and there, or just some random regulars that might play 2-3 games a day and go out. So I don't, for example, need those players. So I will not put them in the alias, and I will put the players that are playing all the time against me. And then I will just put this filter, no need to put the other ones, and compile it, and we'll have all the stats that are showing those players. All right, so how to set up your first range research report. So I will show you and guide you in both hand to note 3 and hand to note 4. As I said, like some players are asking what is range research or where to find it. So it's very, very easy. You come here to your main window. This is a hand to note 3. So hand to note 3, you click on here, you click on range research in here, and it will open this. So this is the range research window. And then, for example, like we come here and we pick, like you can create a new report. So let's click on the little plus here. You name it setting first report. So that's, we are doing it from scratch. So this is 100% new report. Game type, very, very important. So now on this database, I have, for example, only hand. I still have some hands from stars as well, but most of the hands I have from WinnerX. So my game type here is, let me show you actually like the game type. So the game type is set in here. Game types, you see it here, like I have 2 game types. So this is spin stars. I use it for poker stars, and you can see that I have the same setup as in spins here. Like everything is the same beside the number of hands. For regulars on Winamax I use 500 plus, on poker stars I use just 300 plus, and only this is the change I'm using. So I'm using here room as poker stars, and that's it. If you are, for example, mixing cash games, tournament, mixing MTT, spin, etc., and you will have maybe 4 or 5 different game types. This is where it gets very, very important to pick the right one here. So here, for example, I will pick spins. This will have for me the players that are playing on Winamax. Then I will do it for recreational. What I will do here, I will just pick number of hands 0 to 99. Very, very easy, very standard, not super accurate for recreational, super accurate for unknown. So unknown, you can put 0 to 99, 0 to 49, 0 to 69, whatever number you like the most. And what we are going to do, we are going to click on build. So build here, it's building all the stats. I'm having here in the game type, I'm having our end boss pop up. So it's actually a lot of stats. So I will just stop it. But yeah, like you will have a lot of players if you are using the unknown. And then like here, when you are coming back, especially if you are doing it, for example, about regulars with expression strength, and you want to know how many players are in here. So you will actually have it here. So here 717 out of 9k player found. Like we did stop it. So if you leave it till the end, like it will be maybe 6k, 7k, I don't know how many regulars or like players with 200 hands, 100 hands plus will have here, but you will have the actual number shown here of the players that did fit your filter here. Then the results. So the result, this is where you can actually analyze. So we can see, for example, here that those 700 players that we did compile here are playing a VPIP of 48%. They are limping 21% from the button. They are c-betting 66% in raise pot. They are c-betting 44% in limpet pot, etc., etc. So we can start analyzing the population tendency. So this is the range research on hand to note 3, and you did set it correctly and working to analyze your play pool. Now let's do it on hand to note 4. So on hand to note 4, you might get lost at the beginning, because like if you come, like you open it, it will open it like this. So here I have an alias. So like, for example, like the players that the regulars I'm playing, I'm analyzing. This is a very, very small database, like of last 2-3 weeks. And here you need to come to this one. So this is where you can have the stats. So for example, here, those are the stats of 100 Winamax rag. This is not important. And then you click on this. So this, sorry, here where it's written like the name of the player. If you are coming here first time, it might be like showing your player name. And then you click on it and you click on multiple player. And this is where you find again, the range research. So the range research here, you need to do the same. So we are going to pick the game type, the right game type. We are going to pick the number of hands, 99, for example, and we pick the other one. So here it's right in PS. So it's as I showed you, like it's the same game types we have. And then we have the players in here, and we click on apply, and it will compile for us all the players, and we will have stats. HunterNote 4 is a little bit faster than HunterNote 3, but also like this database, as I said, is very, very small. So we'll compile it, and here we see the number of hands we got around, was it 40K or 400K? I don't know. I think it's 40K. And same here, when you do a filter and it's compiled, you see the number of the players. So here, all players, it means that all players that fit the filter, and in bracket, we have 1,934 players. So this is the number of the players I did play in this database that are having less than 100 hands. And then we can go in and start analyzing. I mean, like, can go on heads up, for example, and look at the board texture, right? So how they are folding to c-bet in 2 Broadway. So we can see that those unknown players, when we did limp c-bet in a 2 Broadway board, they did fold 66%. All right, how much they are folding on low board dynamic? Oh, they are folding only 46. I mean, only, it's still a fine fold. On low board dynamic, this is mid-connected board. This is low board paired. So mid-connected board, they are folding only 28%. So we know that the total is showing us 56%, but if we look at 2 Broadway, it's 66%. If we look at SX Dry, it's 57%. If we look at mid-connected board, it's 28%. So we actually know that the total is fine, but if we want to maximize it, we should not c-bet the mid-connected board, and we should c-bet more the dry board or the high card board, etc., etc. So this is how we can set the exploit based on population tendencies. So yeah, we did it. We did the setting up for range research in HunterNote 3, in HunterNote 4, using the standards and the basic commands. And in the mini video pack, you will see the advanced stuff, all the other things, the expression string, the weapon that we can find in HunterNote 4, range research, etc., etc. And also we will do a lot of practice using the expression string, how to find the exact recreational, how to find regulars with specific tendencies, all this and many other things in this mini video pack. So stay tuned and see you in the next chapter. Bye bye, everyone.